Bull Moose Progressivism is based, of course, off of Teddy Roosevelt's Bull Moose Party, and the main goal of it is to get a square deal for all citizens, so every citizen is treated fairly and equally. Now, this is done with the 3 C's. The first 2 C's are, of course, natural resource protection, such as why we now have national parks and national forests, why Teddy Roosevelt was such a huge supporter of that, so that corporations don't exploit them all, and control of corporations, so that corporations serve the consumer and not the wealth of their rich CEOs. And the final and biggest C is consumer protection. This is where trust busting comes in, that if a corporation gets too large, that it will hurt the economy overall by raising prices for the consumer and stopping innovation, then it's inherently evil, and that's not getting a square deal for the citizens, so you need to trust bust it and destroy it and break it up into smaller competing companies. Now, Bull Moose Progressivism is also based off of what Teddy Roosevelt did instead of what he just said, such as openness and politicalness, because Teddy Roosevelt was the first president with a press secretary and greeted the press. They also believe in welfare programs and more workers' rights, again, against these huge corporations that could just hire a scab instead of you. But don't be fooled in thinking this is an all-positive ideology. Bull Moose Progressivism also has very strong imperialness, believing a strong military and a strong standing army to go over and be able to conquer new territories for the country it belongs to. Again, for consumer protection, because it allows for products to be made cheaper and import cheaper than going through another country, but still, they're conquering a native land. They also believe in largely traditional roles like the nuclear family, so it's not so much gender progress than it is just trust-busting progress rather than that. Overall, Bull Moose Progressivism believes that the Industrial Revolution caused tribalism for man to go into an unnatural state and start being basically like they were back in the Stone Age, so they want to stop these corporations and make it a little bit more civilized. You can also think of it as an Enlightenment 2.0. Instead of overthrowing the monarchies, they're overthrowing the rich oil barons. And that's kind of what the Bull Moose Progressives saw themselves as too. Special thanks to my Patreons. Wow, that was great. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to. Click the video on the left if you want to see my most recent upload, and the video on the right if you want something YouTube thinks you want.